Hi everybody, it's Lena. Today I'm going to be walking you through my meal planning routine that I do every month and then what I do every week. Okay, so the first thing that I do every month is at the beginning of the month, I set up my meals for the whole month. So in my She's in Her Apron planner, there's actually two calendars back to back that are blank. So the first one I use for all my dates functionally and things to keep track of. And then the second calendar I use for a meal plan. And I try to do it ahead of time so that I can kind of get a gauge for what the weeks are going to be and I don't have to come up with a new idea every week. So I usually follow a template. So Mondays is like tacos or some kind of Mexican food. Tuesday is pasta or chicken. Wednesday is breakfast. Thursday is leftovers or kind of like whatever we're in the mood for. Friday is usually pizza. Either we order or I have a frozen pizza or we make pizza. Saturday, my kids rotate who gets to choose the dinner, and then they're supposed to help me. They don't always do, but they get a choice of what they would like for dinner. And then Sunday, I put Go Wild, so it's kind of like comfort food. Sometimes we go out. Sometimes we're with family. Sometimes it's a hodgepodge. It's kind of like a wild card. So what I also do is collect recipes. I have a lot of cookbooks, and I get magazines. If you saw on Instagram, one of my stories was a happy day because I got like 4 magazines in the mail. So I do read magazines. I know, I don't know if that's like old lady-ish or whatever, but I do. And I'm always looking for recipes, and then I hold on to them. I rip them out or I print them out, and then I keep track of them in a folder. So now at the beginning of the month, I also write them down because there's like 100 of them. So I try to just write them down for the month of what seems good, what I'm going to use. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is write these recipes on here, and then I'm going to fill in everything that I want to use according to my template and what the meals are going to be for the month in the day. And then I check back. So like I've already put like, this is my daughter's birthday weekend, so it's a little bit tricky. She's got like 3 parties that's happening. I got to keep track of which food is happening at which party. And then Mother's Day I already wrote in there, so then I'll go back and double check to say like, okay, like, for example, this night, there's a family night at my kids' school. So, and there's going to be food truck. So I'm not really going to like plan to have pizza that night. So I'll write down on this day, eat at the family art show, eat at the nighttime. It's like a craft show, art show, or is it a craft show? It's an art show, like fun night. And there's going to be food trucks and stuff. So I'm not going to plan to have a dinner that I'm going to buy the ingredients for that night because I know we're not going to be there. Same sort of thing. So I kind of just double check if there's anything else that shows up. Like there's a baby shower for my brother and sister-in-law. So I want to make sure that like that day is either going to be we're going to have leftovers kind of thing, or like a very easy meal like in the crock pot. Maybe we're going to do takeout. I don't know if we're going to have dinner afterwards with extended family, that kind of thing. So some of those things are up in the air, but at least I have an idea. And whatever I don't use for the month, if I still have the ingredients, then I'll just carry it over to the next month or next week. I shop weekly, and I'll talk about that in a second. So right now I'm going to fill this in. Okay, so that looks good for the month now. Again, like I'm not married to it. So if I, plan for this week and then something happens or like, we're sick or we don't feel like it or we get takeout, I have the ingredients. So I can either like make it for lunch for the weekend or something or for meal prep for my husband. Or we just save the ingredients as long as they don't go bad for the next week or, same kind of thing. It's just sort of like, it's good to just have in your back pocket so I'm not scrambling come dinner time. So this is what I do every month. And then this just lives in my planner. Then every Friday is my meal planning day. So then I take my Erin Condren meal planner in the Petite Planner system. And then I'll write out what the meals are. And I also include like some ideas for breakfast. This is sort of like a rough outline. It's mostly just to make sure that I know what the options are. They're pretty basic for my kiddos. In the summertime, I will sort of stick to a better schedule because it just makes my life easier when everybody's home. Like, this is what we're eating for breakfast. This is what we're having for lunch. These are the snacks. It more just keeps me on track so I don't lose my mind trying to figure out what are we going to eat. So on Fridays, I plan for the week. And what I do is I plan for the following week starting on Sunday. I pick up my groceries on Sunday morning. I usually always order from Walmart. If I order them on Friday for pickup on Sunday morning, I usually don't have a problem. Different times of the year, they get busier or like staffing issues is when I'll have to like check back on Wednesdays to make sure that I can get my order for Sunday mornings. And that seems to work out the best for me. So my grocery list is including all the food that we need from Sunday to Sunday. So whatever the meals on Sunday is to all through the week to Sunday, because I know that my next grocery pickup is going to be Sunday morning and Sunday night's meal will be a part of that grocery order. Does that make sense? So for this week, this planner starts Sunday to Saturday, which I have to keep track of. Like, okay, I'm starting this coming Sunday, right? And then it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Are those the right time? Yeah. And then I also just make a note at the bottom to say like what's upcoming, just so that I don't lose track. So like, I also need to make sure that I put this in the grocery orders or at least like put it for the next week. So I had already written chicken for the orange chicken because I knew that Sunday we were going to have orange chicken and spring rolls, which is coming in 2 days. But I'm not putting it on the order that I had last week because I knew I was going to pick up on Sunday. I feel like I'm over explaining it, but you know what I mean. So then I just take whatever these meals are for the week, plug them in here. Think about our breakfast. So we usually always have cereal on hand. We have bagels usually. Sometimes they like cinnamon toast. So I always have like a cinnamon swirl bread in the freezer. I batch cook pancakes and French toast and waffles ahead of time. I'll buy like the family size Walmart brand extra fluffy pancake mix. I think it's so good. I doctor it up a little bit with vanilla, but then I'll just make 100 waffles, make a bunch of pancakes, that kind of thing, and leave them in the freezer. So we usually have a lot of stuff on hand. I also usually make green muffins every week. I can put the recipe in the description box, but like my kids love those and they're so easy and they're generally healthy. But it's good to use up bananas and then it has spinach in it and it gets a little bit of some healthy food in them because otherwise the vegetables are hit or miss. Do your kids eat vegetables? Let me know in the comments. It's a struggle, but it is what it is. Okay, so then put this in. I don't usually worry about the lunches. My kids have been wanting to buy school lunch lately, and I'm not fighting them about it. So I mostly just make sure I have meals for myself. So like salad. So sometimes I have to make a note for myself, figure out what my husband wants for his meal prep. I usually include that when I do my meal preps on Sundays after I get the groceries. So I want to write down what he needs, put that on the list. Lunch items for my preschooler because she's home for lunch every day, and anything that the kids are requesting like for the weekends or like what I want to use up kind of thing. So I'm going to fill that in here, and then I'm going to add the ingredients that I need to buy for these things. I also have a pad of paper that lives on the side of my fridge where when something runs out or if I have an idea for something, I write it right away. So like we were really low on corn kernels, I put that on there. Crock pot liners, balsamic, there's only a drop left. We need melatonin. My kids take melatonin at night. Let me know if your kids take melatonin. That's amazing. Next week I'm thinking salami, change it up. We usually do turkey. We ran out of granola and my daughter was crying about not having whipped cream today. So this is kind of like, this lives on my fridge and I just add to it every month, every week. Some people have a shared Google Doc, I think, with their partners or with their family to say like, oh, you know, we're out of this, or I just used the last of the milk kind of thing, or I would request this for next week, that sort of thing. I thought about doing that, but it's just kind of like easier to just keep this on the side of the fridge for me because I'm mostly in charge of the meal planning and ordering and stuff. And my husband is pretty good. He's not too picky. And if he wants something, he'll honestly just go out and get it himself at the store or just add it to the Walmart pickup order himself. So I've got that. I'm trying to think if there's any other lists that I have going on. And then I just reference everything. So like when I go to make the master list, which usually lives in here, I'm using this. I'm using what I've already written on here from the week before. Sometimes during the week as well, like once my order is done, then your cart is empty, obviously, right? For Sunday. So sometimes it will be like, I already ordered the stuff on Sunday. I picked it up on Sunday and I'm like, oh, I really forgot to bring this or I forgot to order this. So I'll immediately put it either on this or start a new order on the app so that I don't forget. So sometimes like if I'm upstairs and we run out of like those little Dixie cups that my kids like, or we need toothpaste or soap, something where I'm not in my kitchen where I'm writing it down on the fridge, I'll just add it right to the app and then leave it in the cart until I come back on Fridays and add the rest of the stuff in there. Let me know if that makes sense. I'm not sure. Okay, so that's it for my list. So now what I'll do, now that I'm done, I have everything planned out for what I need. The only thing I need to think about is like next Sunday's brunch and what we're doing for Mother's Day. I'm not really sure about that. So I'm trying to decide like, is there anything that I want specifically? But then because I'm picking it up on Sunday morning, see, now I'm confusing myself. I don't need to, whatever I pick up and order for this week has to last me all this week, right? And then if I pick up the next Sunday morning, I'm going to have to think about what I want for this day, because I would need to get it this week, because in this morning I'm not going to have enough time. Like if I order like cinnamon buns and like bacon and orange juice, I'm not going to get this stuff until like 9 or 10 realistically. So if I want to wake up and have a nice brunch, I need to make sure I include this stuff in this order. So like, I'm not really sure what we're doing for this yet. I have to talk to my mom still, and I don't really know what I'm in the mood for. I usually love a fruit tart, like from our local grocery store. And we love like crinkles and danishes and stuff like that. So maybe I'll just order those specifically separately, not from Walmart. But I'm not sure yet about that. So what I'll do from here is go on the Walmart app. I usually do it on my phone because it's so fast. I also do it through IBOTTA. If you're not sure what IBOTTA is, it's like a grocery couponing code app, and you can order your groceries through there, but then you get cash back on certain items, whatever their promotions are, so you can add things to your list. It'll also search it for you. Like if you're on the app and then you're looking for cereal, it'll show you, oh, speaking of, see, I need cereal. It will show you like, oh, here, $2 back on Frosted Flakes. So if you click that and then you buy Frosted Flakes and your links are accounts are linked, sorry, you'll get $2 back into your account after you make the purchase and it goes through. So it's pretty easy to use. Check it out if you want. I'll put a link down, my code. It's easy to like spend some things and buy things that you may not need, but it is a good chance to like try different things when there's promotions. Like the Halo hydration was a promotion, and now I actually really like that. There's been a couple of different like meat products and like cheese or different promotions of new products that you'll get some cash back for. Like actually the Lysol laundry detergent, now I buy that pretty regularly because I did like that. Originally that was an Ibotta deal, and that's what got me in to get that. But now I usually buy it. It's part of my regular grocery order. So, okay, so I'll take this. I'm going to close up this video, order my stuff, and then I'll go pick it up on Sunday morning. And then I'll be ready to do this all again next week, Friday. If that makes sense. All right. Please let me know if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions. Do you meal plan like this? Do you want to get started with meal planning and you're not sure what to do? My suggestion is to just make a little template, or make a list of the recipes that your family likes, or what you usually cook for everybody. You know, you can have tacos. I mean, I get a little, like, I don't want to say fancy, but I change it up. You know, I need a little bit of a change in my routine. I like variety. So we do not have the same tacos every week. My kids kind of do, but my husband and I try different ones, you know, but you can have the same thing every week, just tacos, regular tacos. We like ground turkey. You could have the same breakfast every week. You could have the same Friday frozen pizza every week. You know what I mean? So you don't have to, if you're at the beginning of it and you're not sure where to start, I would say do that. Just plug in your meals every week and make it easy for yourself, you know, and then slowly add in different stuff that you find, different things that your family likes, those kind of things. All right, I'm going to go order my groceries, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.